We're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you as you tune up into the building with your girl Siren on the Siren Speak Show. So I know it's been a minute since I have been over here. Excuse me, please. Okay, hold on, y'all. I just finished eating. Okay. So, yeah, you guys, it's been a little minute, but y'all bear with me. I'm getting it to the point where I can become more, active and hold on, clean off my thing, more active and, come on a lot more. Okay. So y'all just bear with me. Today, we're going to be talking about, what's her name? God, Lord, in the name of all that is holy. Okay. Angie Stone. Okay. We're going to be talking about Angie Stone because a lot of you have messaged me, right? Y'all want to know. Now, if you really want to know, y'all check your girl out on Patreon because I discussed this over on Patreon. My Patreon family always get the info. They always get the tea on what it is that, I say or what I feel and how I decode a lot of messages, because there are a lot of messages, okay, that we get as a collective, and y'all have to learn how to break those messages down. Yes, in one message, Angie Stone, the legend Angie Stone, passed away, but there's multiple layers to that message, and you have to learn how to get the highest, version of that message, right? Whenever something takes place, you want to pay attention to the timing of it. You want to pay attention to the name of the person who it happens to. You want to pay attention to the background as to, what this person is in relation to. Is it movies? Is it music? Is it corporate? Is it, television? All of that stuff. Of course, we know it is always connected to Hollywood. So we okay, we get it, but yes, you want to definitely learn how to break down and how to decode the messages that are being said unto you. So we're going to start off by decoding, the message. And I just want to talk to you about how to look for certain codes or what to look for the moment you start to receive those messages, you guys. Okay. So first things first, I always say you're going to start off with your phone. Okay. Your phone is going to be your friend in this aspect. Now, there are levels to this where Google is not sufficient. However, for those of us who are just starting out learning how to decode, this is where we are. We're going to start on that level right there to where you are now learning how to decode. You are understanding how to break down the message as soon as it starts to come out. Okay. So let's just look into a few key things in regards to this. Now, like I say, I went over this on Patreon. So this is kind of like me going over just a little more of it. Okay. So first things first, we're going to go to Google. Now, Angie's name, I think I still have some of my notes. Angie's name is Angela Laverne Brown, I believe was her name. Angela Laverne Brown. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to decode the meaning of her name. Okay. Angela Laverne Brown. She was also born in December. I don't remember the exact date, but I do know she is a Sagittarius. Okay. She was born December 18th, right? Which means she is a Sagittarius. Now we're looking at the fact of Sagittarius is connected to the, God, how do I explain this? Is it the ninth? It's actually the ninth month, or we're looking at the energy of Sagittarius, which is connected to the ninth house. So we have the number 9, which I feel was very relevant, and very heavy in this message. So we have the number 9, you guys, the number 9 for me is connected to the planet Neptune. It is also connected to the energy of Pisces. Pisces is a very illusionary style energy, which means you are not going to get the facts because everything is facts. Everything is a lie. That's the type of energy Pisces is going to bring you. Everything is a fact and everything is a lie. Okay. So we're looking into that Neptune energy. We're looking into that Pisces energy, which is a very deep energy. It is where the zero becomes the one, but it's still the zero, but never became the one, but then it is the one. It's a very awkward energy when it comes to Pisces because you cannot grasp it. You know how it is when you try to hold a fish, how it constantly squirts out of your hand? It's like that. That's the Pisces energy. It's not a still energy. It's an energy that is forever moving, and it's hard to make it make sense because you can never get it to be still and be solid. Okay. So Pisces is everything, is anything, is something, is nothing. That's Pisces type of energy. So now we're looking at the ninth house, okay, which, this is about higher messages, okay? Sagittarius energy, ninth house. Now, allegedly, I believe there was supposed to be a total of 9 people, okay, inside of the van when Miss Angie Stone, the one that she was in, there was supposed to have been 9 people inside of that van. And I believe, let me get the exact date, y'all. It was, everybody want to know what caused that van to flip. Was it March 1st? Okay. Let me get the date. So it was March 1st. So we have that it was in the energy of Sagittarius. It was March the 1st. Okay. So March 1st. All right. Now we are looking at the year 2025, which is also a number 9. Okay. Which is a number of endings. It's a number of death. Okay. So we are looking at the number 9 under 1. She was born on December 18th, which 18 is a 9. Okay. It was the year 2025, which is also the number 9 as well. There was 9 people that was inside the van. Okay. When the van did what it did. So we're also looking at this energy of ending. So we're looking at the energy of endings is connected to winter. Okay, so we're looking at this winter energy and we're actually just now getting ready to go into spring. So all of this energy, you guys, is pulling from the exact same number, which is 9. Now, the funny thing is that, or not funny, but the other thing is that Angela, the name Angela means messenger of God. Okay, so we're looking at the energy Mercury, right? Which is ruling over communication. So we're looking at the planet of Mercury, which rules over communication. So Angela, messenger of God, and her middle name Laverne means spring, okay, or Aries energy, right? Her middle name actually means spring. So here we have this messenger of God that is bringing some form of communication to us for spring, okay? Now her last name, which is Brown, her original last name, which is Brown, or her birth name, means melanated, of brown skin, of the color brown, describes the color of something or someone. Okay, so we have this messenger of God, which is bringing us a message, okay, about spring. Something is going to go down when we move into the energy of spring, which will take place on March the 21st. That's when we move into the new year, that energy of spring, that energy of rebirth, okay? So what it is that's going to go down, we're not going to get that deep. Like I said, Patreon, we already got the tea. Y'all, I'm just really giving y'all the basics of what it is that you can look up and what the higher message is. Now, 3 of you, I think, sent me a video of a young lady who stated that she was on the scene. Okay. She says that she, was driving with her daughter. And as she was driving with her daughter, she saw a truck pulled on the side of the road, which had its flashers on. And as she slowed down and started to pass this truck, she saw the vehicle that was rolled over. And she did state specifically that it was in the fast lane where she saw the vehicle that allegedly Angie Stone was in. So she said she saw the vehicle, so she decided to pull over because she said it looked like the accident had just happened. Meaning there was no police there, there was nobody there, but this one truck that had already pulled over, and then she ran over and started to help them to get out of the truck. She did state that she specifically pulled one lady out. She didn't say young lady, she didn't say older, but she did kind of insinuate that majority of the people in that van was kind of, moving towards this particular person. She was like, they were all trying to get her up and get her out of the van. So now here she is. She said she grabbed the woman who everybody was trying to get out the van, and she pulled her out of the van. And she said the woman looked a little delusional. She was just walking around, and she did suggest to the woman, hey, I think you should sit down, you've been in an accident. And she said at that moment is when she felt something come over her, is what she said. I felt something like brush over me, is what she said. And she described it as if it was like a wind or something. Whatever it was, it knocked her down. She didn't feel like a blow or anything of that nature. She just said, I felt something brush over me. Like whatever it was, it ran over my body. Now, this is where old Siren, okay, feel like, okay, that right there was the first major thing that she said, okay, other than the fact that she specified that the vehicle that she saw Angie Stone, well, the vehicle that was described as the vehicle Angie Stone was in, she said it was in the fast lane. Now, I don't know how you all travel, but your girl Siren is very well traveled when it comes to road trips. Okay, I don't travel from the rooter to the tutor. So I know how trucks are supposed to drive on the highway. And you heard what I said, supposed to drive on the highway. Not only that, my husband is a licensed truck driver and has some extensive credentials on his license to operate 18 wheelers, in specific to fix them, to drive them, to do everything to them, right? So my thing of it is when you are on the highway, it is not recommended, okay, for the 18 wheelers to ride in what we call the fast lane, right? They're supposed to stay in the outer lanes, right? So if if this vehicle was in the fast lane, flipped over, not moving, there was not only that, but she said another vehicle had been pulled over with its flashers on. I'm just trying to figure out, how did an 18 wheeler who's supposed to be over in the slow lanes, okay, hit that vehicle? I don't know how it was able to come in contact with that vehicle, describing, because when you're driving in those trucks, you get to see so far ahead. Okay. Now, granted, it was 4 a.m. in the morning, but the young lady stated as she pulled up, there was a truck on the side of the road with its flashers on, and then there was Angie's truck, or the truck Angie was in. So somebody saw, okay, and was able to recognize, hey, there was an accident, something happened right here, and they put their flashers on to alert the oncoming traffic. So I would assume that someone who is driving a big old 18-wheeler truck can see that way over there, okay, because I know it was like 4 in the morning, so it is a little dark, okay? And when you're driving down these country roads, honey, they don't have too many lights, right? But this truck, the way it allegedly hit, let me show y'all. Okay, the way it hit, or whatever it hit, was just, it is not in alignment with what we're being shown, okay? So let me see, where is the picture? Where did I put that picture? All right, I think I sent it to my Patreon family. Okay, so I want y'all to look at this truck. This is the truck, okay, that they say hit her truck. Now I want y'all to look right here, right there. You see that? Look at that window. He didn't hit that truck, y'all. This right here, something hit this truck. Let me blow it up. Look at how deep something hit that window. Okay? And look at this truck. This truck does not match that accident. This is somebody who hit something big. Whatever this was, it was tall. Look at how it tore up the top of his driver window. Something came, boom, into his window. Okay, is what it looks like. And whatever it is that hit, something it looked like it hit him. Something came crashing into this man's window. I don't know what hit his window. I feel like that's what caused him to skirt and go across that median. Okay? So
It's 7 o'clock.
We have one accident where we have, the van that Miss Angie Stone was in already flipped over, already, did its thing. Now you have this 18-wheeler that is not in the fast lane. It's not even in that lane. Something hit that truck and made that truck skirt and go that way. Now, this is why I tell y'all, work on your energy. Work on your energy. Work on your energy. Now, one thing old Siren has learned, okay? One thing I have learned from my personal experience is this. When it comes to energy, especially on the highway, a lot of accidents, well, I'm going to say majority of the accidents are caused by energy that's already there. Okay. Sometimes there can be people who may have passed in an accident on the highway and they're angry. Sometimes we can have specific entities that are placed in a specific situation, conjured up via some sort of witchcraft or ritual. Okay. And those entities are now waiting for the correct people and blah, 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 things play out accordingly. Okay. These are heavy, alleged heavy rituals that may be done. Okay. Now, please be advised, this is just Siren speaking on the Siren Speak show. I am not stating that there was a ritual that was done to adjust the reality of Miss Angie Stone and those who were in the van with her. I'm not stating that. I am simply saying that there are people out here who partake in rituals and can create an outcome of a situation. And I think it is very imperative that you work on your frequency so that you are not subject, okay, to the rituals that may be done on you. Okay. Now, we have her name, like I said, Angela, messenger of God. This woman came to spread a message. Okay, she was a messenger of God. And there could be two sides to this. Okay, I don't want to be biased over here. There could be two sides to this. Okay, now when we have those names that mean the messenger of God, meaning you're someone who's supposed to come and spread the truth. Okay, you have your message needs to be of truth. Now, when we have people who are singers, okay, they're entertainers, even the rappers, whatever you do and you speak in, okay, every song that is written is a message. Okay, it is a message in that song. Who are they talking to? That's what y'all got to pay attention to. Who are they talking to in these messages to these songs? Okay, so we have people who are singing songs. Now, these are not the messages that you're supposed to be putting out there. Okay, this is the message of the others. You have your own direct message, and I really feel like, had she spoken her truth, okay, prior to, maybe it would have been a different outcome. I don't know. I just really feel like we have a responsibility to do what it is that we came here to do. And when you are singing songs that are written by a specific genre of folk, okay, even though those were some great songs to us, maybe those were not her sincere, genuine messages. Okay, they're the message of the songwriters and the people who create those messages to put them out because they have certain frequencies and they activate different dimensions in people. Okay. And I do feel like this message here, this situation had to happen. Okay. Of course, as with every situation, they're scheduled to happen. Now, I do know that she was constantly fighting or arguing her last couple of messages was that she was fighting over her royalties. Okay. There was a battle over her royalties. And this is where I tell you guys, you have to stay in alignment with your purpose, because that is the only path that is protected. Okay. When it comes to her royalties, all right, this is what we're listening to: her royal ties. This is what she said they took from her. They took her connection, her, okay, key. They stole and took my royal ties. This is what artists are fighting over. The minute you start to sing their songs and dance their dance, there's an exchange. We're going to give you fame, but we're going to get your royal ties. We're going to get your connection to source. Because see, we don't have that sincere connection. We know you do. You don't have the wealth and riches here in the physical. You know we do. So we're going to give you a lot of money and a lot of fame and a lot of recognition. And in response, we want your royal ties, your connection to the higher stuff. Because we know this physical don't mean nothing. Doesn't have much of a value. Okay? Here, but it can't get you nowhere. When you leave, you can't take it. Right? So we want access. And I feel like they may be using people to build a bridge to what they think is out of here. But they can follow the yellow brick road all they want. It's going to lead them right back to the beginning. It's a loop. Okay? Because the only way out is to vibrate out. And when you vibrate out, the vibration is authentic. You cannot borrow somebody else's vibration to get out of here. Your vibration must be genuine, sincere, and authentic. It must be you. You cannot get out of here wearing the mask or the skin or the flesh of nobody else. Okay? So that's a situation right there. That's how I feel, this whole situation went down, why it went down, what she was really fighting for, you guys, her royal ties. She wanted her connection. She wanted her key back so she could go home. And, unfortunately, there's a possibility that, got to come back and do it all over again. And we're going to erase your memory so you don't remember none of this. Okay. And hopefully that time, that go round, you will find out who you really truly are. You'll get in your purpose. You'll work on your frequency, and you'll be able to get the hell on up out of here when it's time. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, let's go back over into Adam and Eve, you guys, because it has been coming up a lot. And it's so crazy that I've been hearing about this, or feeling and sensing and thinking about this whole Adam and Eve thing. And I told you guys in the last live where I say, hey, I feel like Adam is the one ate the damn apple, not Eve. Adam is the one with the apple in his throat. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that they're blaming it on us? Why is it that they're taking it out on the woman? Like, oh, she didn't listen, and she didn't do this, and she didn't do that. Now, I have developed somewhat of a deeper theory behind this whole Adam and Eve thing, you guys, and I just want to introduce it to y'all, okay? And what I was feeling, okay, as I was meditating on the whole Garden of Eden. I'm like, okay, what is this Garden of Eden? And why is it so special? And why is it that, Adam and Eve had everything, they needed while they were there? They didn't need clothes. They didn't need clothes. You notice that? They did not need clothes the whole time they was in the Garden of Eden. And I say, wow, what is this place that you don't even need clothes? Where's the only place we can possibly be, you guys, that you can recall that you have been where there has been no clothing required, right? No clothing required for you to be in this place. Is not illegal, none of that stuff. And I thought about it. And I say, I feel the Garden of Eden is a womb. It's a woman or a feminine's womb. I don't feel like Adam and Eve were actual people. Remember, Adam was the Adam. And then you have, really it was Lilith, but let's stay on the 3D with it. You have Eve, which is the feminine. Now remember, when there's an egg inside of a womb, it has both masculine and feminine traits. Okay? So to me, Adam and Eve was an egg inside of a womb that was nurtured. Okay, that was there growing and experiencing the Garden of Eden. And then the serpent comes, okay, and activates, right? Adam and Eve to where they are no longer in the Garden of Eden. What happened? To me, I feel the Garden of Eden is a womb of the universe. Okay? Bigger than Mother Earth and all of that. The universe, right? And now you have this serpent. Now you got to look at the serpent and semen. Serpent, to me, was the masculine energy. I'm going to get into that. That was interfacing with the feminine energy in the womb. And it came and it activated. Okay. When the sperm hits the egg, okay, it activates the egg. And this is why Adam and Eve had to leave the Garden of Eden after they became a baby, and then she had to push the baby out, and that's why they were exited out of the Garden of Eden, because it was the process of it. To me, the whole Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden is a story. It is an intimate story about an intimate interaction with goddess, okay, and a god. Now I thought, so we have this goddess energy, which is just the feminine energy. It is the womb of the universe, right? This feminine energy. And I said, well, who's the God? Who is the God? Now, of course, the name Sophia came up. Excuse me. The name Sophia came up as this goddess energy, which is the feminine energy of the universe, right? And that's what Sophia allegedly is known as, the feminine energy, not a person, but the feminine energy of the universe. It's the energy of wisdom, right? And it's the feminine side of it. Now, we have Sophia, which is just the name we're giving it, okay? Sophia is this big old powerful feminine energy with this womb. Now, who is it that is sleeping with Sophia? Who is it who's knocking her up? You know, because that was what the Garden of Eden was. Sophia got penetrated, okay, by a god, a masculine energy. And I was shown, okay, or, you know, it's just my thought process, y'all. This is a meditation, okay, where we have this feminine energy, which is energy, what they call Sophia. And then we have this masculine energy, which is Christ, which is Jesus, okay, which is an ascended frequency, okay, that has reached a level to where it can now become God energy, God-like, right? That's what we consider Jesus, God-like, the Son of God, okay? So now we have Sophia giving birth, okay, to the Son of God by, that's what I'm trying to figure out right here, by this whole Jesus entity. This whole Jesus, and I said, well, I thought Jesus was with Mary Magdalene. You know, is he over here penetrating Sophia? Is Jesus the peace, or is Jesus the son? Because Adam and Eve, you guys, I don't feel like they were actual people. I feel like, because the egg is feminine and masculine. It's both. It's both. It's masculine and feminine. It depends on what the, you know, what the sperm come, and, you know, is it masculine and, you know, well, egg really isn't any energy. I think it's the sperm that's either masculine or feminine. Okay. And I think that's why, you know, Adam got the apple in his throat, because he was the one who was activated. It was the male energy that she gave birth to in this story, which I believe then somehow became the Jesus that we know, the Son of God. I just don't know who her piece was for sure. Okay. I've been trying to figure out who is her piece, who impregnated her and penetrated little Adam and Eve up in that womb. I also was then led to that song by, what is it, Elder Barge, Barry White, and I'll Be Sure. I think that in the garden, remember, they was asking about the secret garden. They wanted to go in her secret garden, and that was the womb. He said, I want to know about the secret garden. And I feel like that's what they call it. That's the garden that they're talking about. It's not what we think like it's a big old piece of land, but it is actually the womb, okay, of her secret garden. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. Okay. Like, you know, when it comes to this whole biblical and the Bible and all of this stuff, I have fun. I see it as a book, but I don't see it as a truth or a story. I equivalate the Bible with Terry McMillan, mama. I do. Okay. It is what it is. Judge me. Don't. It doesn't matter. Okay, I really truly do. King James, you done lost all credibility because you could have told me that. You could have told me that the whole Garden of Eden is the womb, it's the divine feminine, and Adam and Eve was this egg that was in the womb, and the snake, which they call him the serpent, and see, in one frequency, the woman is demonized. But in another dimension, the masculine energy is demonized. It is a very strong and powerful masculine energy. And the reason it is demonized is because this masculine energy is very egotistical. It's narcissistic. Okay. So it only cares about itself and its agenda. It doesn't know how to comfortably merge with the feminine. Okay. And I feel like that's why in that realm or in the higher self, the masculine energy is demonized. If you notice, the higher, the more spiritual you get, it is because you disconnect from the lesser, denser masculine aspect, the physical, the tangible, and things of that nature. It's just, it has to get to a point where the two are able to meet in the middle and come together. And it is when you are able to meet in the middle and come together with yourself, your masculine and your feminine, that you are then able to, be free, right? So moving on, that was just my little theory around Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Okay, whoever her piece is. Okay, I just want to know if any of you can come up with some extra info as to who's the piece. I don't know if Jesus is the piece or if Jesus is the son. If he is what Adam and Eve, what I'm saying, is like. That egg, is he that baby that came out that they then praise, Christmas time and talk about, oh, the baby, what I'm saying? So it's a lot deeper than that, but I just don't feel like going. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on the surface for y'all. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, you guys, is I saw a post and I shared it with my Patreon family where there was this woman who was talking about how we paying taxes or income tax. Paying taxes is actually a voluntary action. And she was stating that, she was not talking to us, the people. This was a conversation they were having amongst themselves. You know who they are. So, and she was like, for as long as we can continue to influence them to voluntarily pay taxes, we'll be able to receive it. And, if they wake up and realize that they really should not be paying taxes or are not obligated to pay taxes, we just don't want that to happen. Okay. So, of course, you guys know how it is. You go straight to the comments. Should we be paying taxes or should we not be paying taxes? What's up? What y'all mean is voluntary? You know what I'm saying? Nobody is voluntarily giving y'all their money. So, people were, back and forth with, should we be paying taxes? Well, they'll come take your money. They will garnish your wages and they will put you in jail. So this is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. Y'all, she's not lying. Paying taxes is actually a voluntary thing. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about why. Now, and this is just Siren speaking on the Siren Speak show. So everything I'm about to say moving forward has no value, right? It is just me giving my own little 2 cents. So go ahead and open your pocket, okay? This is just Siren giving her little 2 cents of what I think may possibly be a situation, right? So now we have the taxes. Should we be paying taxes? First things first, the IRS operates out of the United States corporation. Now, the United States, allegedly, okay? The United States corporation is what's over there in DC, okay? They ain't a part of us. They don't want to be part. They just want to. So this is where the IRS is operating from, right? Over there in DC, right? As the United States corporation, so the U.S., they've trademarked all of that, okay? Excuse me. So now we have the United States corporation. So what they did was they came up with a way to get the people to come together and agree, okay, to barter, trade, make money, purchase and sell goods and things of that nature, right? So we want to be able to control all this money because hold up, everybody finna start making money. Like they got some good old talents over there. Everybody finna make money. How can we get money from them? Now, a human, when you're born, you're not subject to any taxes. You're not. As a human, when you come into the flesh, the meat suit, and you're born, wah, wah, you're not subject to any taxes. When you are born and you now put your little baby footprint boop, as your signature on your birth certificate, and then your mother signs you over to them and give you a big old fat social security number, okay, and say, all right, here you go, we're now going to convert my baby from a human being into a corporation. Humans, people do not pay taxes. Corporations pay taxes. Okay? This is why you are considered a corporation. You have now gotten out of your human rights. Okay? Now you fall under the laws of the United States corporation. Right? Because you have a social security, because you're turning yourself into a corporation and you're saying, I'm working, I'm making money, I'm selling things, I am in the business of, exchange of goods and things of that nature, you have now taken on, okay, you have now signed on that contract and say, yep, I agree to operate as a corporation. I agree to the laws of a corporation, which is what we are under. It is the United States corporation. When you fill out any document, it asks you, are you a U.S. citizen? It never says U.S. of A. Are you a United States corporation citizen? And what we say, yes. The minute you put yes, you are now operating under their rules, their laws. So what they do, they make it hard for you to say, well, if you don't get an ID and you don't get a social security card, they consider you what? An alien. Okay? We're not going to let anybody know you as anything. We want to record every birth. We want to know everybody that's here. In order for you to live, thrive, and survive, you have to agree to our terms. Now, there is a way out of this, but old Siren is not going to put her little life on the line for y'all to get all free and stuff. And then, next thing you know, I'm over there shucking and jiving in the middle of the ocean because they done drag my looks out there. And y'all just, remember Siren? No. Okay. But anywho, this is why we are subject to pay taxes, because we are living and operating and thriving under their identity. Okay, it's an identification card that identifies you as a corporation, not a person. A corporation pays taxes. Okay, it is a business. It is a thriving entity that is in the exchange of goods and services, okay, and the financial system. So the corporation is paying to be a part of the financial system, which is the flow of currency. Okay. People, we don't have to pay. It's natural. It comes to you. If you just trust the process, okay, work on yourself, heal yourself, and vibrate towards it, then you will be rewarded with whatever it is that is for you. And it's no taxes. It's tax-free. They don't get a dime. Okay. Why do you think that when it comes to insurance, okay, let's talk about insurance companies when they pay you out, that money, they don't get a dime off of that money because it is not money that is earned, okay, for a service. Meaning you're not operating under the laws of a corporation. Therefore, they get none of it. Okay. When you get any type of an inheritance, okay, any type of inheritance can't be touched. They get none of it. Why? Because that is money that naturally is supposed to come to you. This is honestly how we're supposed to be living. Money, everything you need will come. It will be there. Right? So you guys, for those of you who's like, I don't think it's fair that we should have to pay taxes. Yeah, if you're operating under their laws and their rules, then guess what? You have to pay taxes. You're going to have to pay them, to operate and to play in their reindeer game. If you don't want to pay taxes, then you have to vibrate out of the contract that you are in. stating that you are a corporation. You have to learn how to live and survive, kind of off the grid. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to reject all of that, and you're going to have to trust the process that you'll be okay. Okay, honestly, truly. A lot of people like to go and file all type of paperwork trying to get off the grid. Oh, I'm going to get off the grid. I'm going to no longer do this. Long as you got an ID, long as you got a social security card. Okay, you don't have. Oh, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to live in the woods, but you got an ID. Okay, you got a credit card. You're still using money, cash, fiat notes, things of that nature. You're still in the game. You can't just take one leg out and feel like you're out of it. No, you're still a part of it. You just have to know how to make it work for you. Okay, you got to know which parts of it that you need to be a part of and which part that you need to, not really be a part of like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in it and out of it in the wrong area, then you will be confused, and no, you will not be out of the matrix, okay, or off the grid, right? So let me see. I think that was the last topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about over here, y'all. Really just, educating y'all. I'm going through a part in my life right now where I just don't want to go over the ABCs anymore. Those who I want to talk to are those who have worked on themselves, because I'm tired of talking in circles, and I'm tired of like just going around the lingo. If you haven't worked on yourself, a lot of people say, I've worked on myself. I've worked on myself. Who are you as a flower? Okay. And what is your name? We all have a name that we came here with. You got to know what that is. Not the one that they gave you, but the one that you had. Okay. You need to know that. You need to know who you are as a flower. Why do you need to know who you are as a flower? Because you are existing in multiple dimensions. You are also existing in the second dimension, which means that you don't have this 3D, okay, body. There's the second dimension that you're existing in. Do you know who you are over there? When you come in alignment with true healing, you will know yourself on every level, in every dimension. You have to be able to recognize your energy wherever you are. Okay, so there's so many things about you that you will know the minute you start to heal. This is stuff that, and when we say heal, it's about removing all of those obstacles. It's about going through all of those obstacles that are placed in our way so that we are not able to access this information and this knowledge. The minute you access this information and this knowledge, child, life is totally different. Life is totally different. Okay. So yeah, I want to really focus on more mature conversations, you guys. So, like I said, when I do start to come over here and have these conversations, it's going to be very mature. It's going to be for those of us who have really worked on ourselves, who really know who we are, who really know where we're going, and who really know what's up, So yeah. Also, you guys, I'm going to be having my first seminar of 2025 once we get in 2025. Okay. Starting this month here, we're going to be moving into the new year, which is March the 21st. You guys, we're going to be moving into that spring energy. I am going to be having my first seminar of 2025, you guys. Okay. And it will be here in Atlanta. So for those of you who can make it, you better come. This is the reboot, okay, camp that we're going to be initiating or having a great time at. Lots and lots of information, you guys. As you come to this seminar, you will be awakened. Okay, just be prepared, to get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Get that feeling. So for those of you who are interested in attending, you can go to my website, spiritualcandies.com. The purchase, the seats will be available starting Friday, which I believe is tomorrow. Those seats are going to be available. We do have general as well as VIP admission. Okay. You guys, so we're going to be just adding and sprucing up just a little bit from where these seminars used to be. We're going to be sprucing it up just a little bit, you guys, having lots of fun. Okay. It's just, think about the way the seminars were times 5. Times 5. I will not be having many seminars, or in person, shall I say, seminars, you guys, throughout the year. So when I do these seminars, that means that there's some very valuable information that I don't want to say online. There's very valuable information that I don't want to say, in some sort of Zoom call. These type of things here is information that I want to be saying right before you. Okay, so there's no interaction, no nothing that comes in between what it is that I need to say, because a lot of the things that I'm going to be telling y'all is going to wake you the up, seriously. Okay. Um it's going to really help you, because a lot of us are getting stuck out here. A lot of us are starting to feel stuck. And we have to understand that there's stuff that we got to do, you guys. We still have to work on ourselves. We every day you should be working on yourself. Every day it is a task. Shout out to those of you who check out my vlogs, excuse me, which is called Simply Siren. And I go over there and I show you guys me broken down to the core. Like, you just see the raw version of me, because I wanted to show people that living a spiritually based lifestyle is not the what everybody say. Like, you gotta, hum and be over there lighting incense all day, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta be walking out the house with all them damn bees, and your hair gotta be wrapped, and now you gotta go, and put locks in your hair because that's the thing. No. Okay, absolutely, positively not. Living life as a goddess, which is the tail up under Simply Siren, living life as a goddess. I do that to show you guys, one, that is not, you don't have to put all of that work into it. Okay. You don't have to do all of that stuff that they say you need to do. And I do show you guys a lot of the things that I do as far as my eating habits, as far as my detoxing, my cleansing, just the way that I live my life, the decisions that I make. I really open you guys up to a lot of that. And you guys have really embraced and received it. Of course, YouTube do that channel just like they do this one. They don't really want too many people to see it because I'm awakening. I know I am awakening people. I know when people watch so many people, the people who do watch it, they message me and say, wow, like, I do this now. You know what I'm saying? Or because I saw that, I do this, or this was good advice, or thank you. So, shout out to those of you who check out Simply Siren. I appreciate it. But yeah, you guys, I really do that to show you guys that you can live a spiritually based lifestyle, and you can live life as a god and or goddess without having to, feel like it's too much work. No, just be yourself. It comes natural. It comes with the role. It comes with the territory. It comes with the job. Okay. And it's not hard. But we definitely have to put forth energy into what it is that we want in life. We have to put forth energy into ourself, into our frequency. Every day, you have to put energy into yourself, into your frequency. It's not just this at a certain time and during a certain moon. Like right now, we have the full moon, okay, in the energy of, this is a full moon lunar eclipse in the energy of Pisces. Now, this is the moon that was, this is Elon Musk's birth moon, you guys. The moon was, no, it's in Virgo. It's not in Pisces, it's in Virgo. But we have this full moon lunar eclipse in the energy of Virgo. So this is also a blood moon, you guys. So this is the moon that Elon Musk, okay, Emu, was born in. So we definitely want to know, what you doing for your birthday? What wish you made, Emu? What wish did you make for your birthday, honey? This is your moon. Okay, it ain't his birthday, but this is his moon. This is when he was born, this is where the moon was. So that's a lot to take in right there. Okay, we do know that some people partake in rituals during the full moon. I'm going to advise you guys that this is not a full moon to partake in any type of ritual to bring about something or to start something or to create something. Finish up things that you have done that you wanted to do, or things that you just, fell back on, things of that nature. If you want to do any type of working, I would strongly suggest that you do it for that purpose right there, but not to start anything, begin anything. No, you definitely don't want to. Do some cleansing, protection, like really just protecting yourself. Affirmations are going to be very powerful during this time, y'all. Cleansing, okay, either cleansing baths or detoxing or decluttering your home, your car, your workspace, whatever it is. All of that type of energy is going to be supported right now. And I would strongly recommend that you do that anyway, because with this being Emu's moon, honey, we don't know what he over there chin. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they over there doing, but I definitely know this lunar eclipse, honey, is going to be very powerful. So within the next 6 months, you're going to see something either come in or out, okay, of your life. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to my Simply Siren channel. Yeah, I got to go live over there as well. For those of you who want to join, come on over. We're going to be talking about love, 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 love. Okay. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuning in. Thank you to everybody who came in and gave the video a big old fat thumbs up. Okay. Thank you for your comments, your likes, everything, you guys. I appreciate you. And I will see you soon. Peace out, y'all.